Listen, hey, give me the seeds. Give me the seeds.
You want the seeds? Yeah, I
Give
got
me
seeds.
that seeds, and I'm gonna put them right here. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
Is it too close?
Here you go. How many seeds? How many seeds you want?
Give me that. Do you think it's... Oh!
Put your hands up and drop the weapon!
Whoa!
Oh, it's not a weapon. It's a garden weasel.
Well, I mean, technically, it's called the cultivator because garden weasel is a brand name, and I don't think it's an actual weasel.
Drop it now!
Whoa!
Hey, we're just planting flowers. This intersection is so ugly.
Wait, are you trying to beautify your neighborhood for a podcast?
That's right! What the
We're getting big, no worries, our Knicks have had some cake. While the Chronics sing, we're getting big, no worries, our Knicks have had some cake. While the Chronics sing, we're getting big, no worries, our Knicks have had some cake. While the Chronics sing,
Normally, this is the point in the podcast where I deliver some very clever intro and you go, oh my God, Adam Caton Holland did it again. But my 4-year-old was up shitting all last night and my 1-year-old was up puking all last night. And I tell you, friends, it continues, so I don't have the energy for it. My name's Adam Caton Holland.
My name is Ben Roy.
And I'm Andrew Orvidal.
And this is the podcast where we better the world around us by bettering ourselves. And I'm flat as a pancake, dudes. I'm exhausted. I'm working on 3 hours. I'm working on 3
you're
hours
exhausted.
sleep.
I'm fucking exhausted, dude. I did 3.5 hours of jujitsu, and then I ate 15 milligrams of THC. I am exhausted, Adam.
You did that to yourself.
You did the Westminster Triathlon? Holy shit.
And to our fans across the pond, yes, he means England.
Yeah.
Yes. It probably works there, too.
Don't get competitive with me about
I'll
tiredness,
be
you piece of
competitive
shit.
with you all I want. I don't care that you've been giving your kids Malort. We know it. And
So
they
what? I
don't
went to Chicago. I got a bottle. I'm supposed to waste it?
Your kids don't react to them. It gives them the shits and the barfies. And but me, I'm on a self-improvement tear. That's why.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
By
I'm on
tear, you mean another tendon ripping during jujitsu.
Yeah, no, well, and I also mean taking drugs. So let's not forget that part. But
Ben related a story to me recently that he was on drugs around other people and had a conversation about ninjas so insufferable that people left the room. Like it's becoming a real thing. Ben told me this story and didn't have any worry or concern in his voice. It was just like, yeah, everyone around us said there was like a stupid conversation they didn't want in.
You're not supposed to tell people I told you that in front.
It
Ben
sounds
just related this to me.
like Ben has been hanging out in the wrong rooms, because I would love a good ninja
We
discussion.
did alienate some people talking about ninjas.
So what I just want to say, you're cool. You're doing cool things.
Well,
If this is the first episode you've ever listened to, this is my boy Ben Roy. He only does dope boy shit.
Does jujitsu, eats too many edibles, and then kills the vibe of a party babbling about ninjas. Cool.
hey,
Check.
And
Check.
I know, and you're all like, how's he single? It's weird. I know that, but okay. Well, enough
Well,
about.
let's see. Okay, wait, hold on, because this is already a who's more tired pissing match. Andrew, where are you at?
Yeah, how tired are you?
Me, my baseline pretty tired, but hearing you two complain, it makes me feel better. I guess I'm not that tired.
Oh, crazy because you look it.
This has been the Grolic Saves the World. This was
This is the pod. We check
This
up
was
on
an
each other.
ambush tiredness challenge for Andrew, where Ben and I uplifted him. Have a great day, Andrew.
Wow.
You're gonna be better off
Thanks,
now.
guys.
Would you do it
Thanks.
again? Would you do? No. Anyway, who's?
Did this make a world a better place? Would you do it again? No.
I have a challenge for this episode, but now after that intro, I feel like I should call an audible and make you two take a fucking nap or something. But
Okay, we'll take a nap. We'll come back. We'll have napped.
You ever think that maybe, Adam, that it's Andrew who makes us tired? Have you thought?
Now that you mention it, as soon as I logged on, I forgot about the puking and the shitting all last night, and I just thought about how bored Andrew makes.
Yeah.
It was like I was in a room and a pothead wouldn't shut up about ninjas. And I just wanted out.
Am I a
just wanted
pothead
out.
now? Oh, God.
You're
Okay.
like an edible pothead. There's got to be a different word for it, but an edible head.
Good riff,
We're
dude.
really crushing it. Andrew, you said you've got a chow. What are we doing
I've got
here?
a chow. I've got a chow. You two, you'll have to take a nap before you do it, but we're going to do a challenge, and this is a challenge that my neighborhood desperately needs. We are going to go out into the world, and we are going to do something to beautify our neighborhood. Not our house, not our yard. You're not going to clean up litter. That's always great. It's great to clean up litter, but you're going to add something to your neighborhood to beautify it. At least one thing. At least one thing.
May I
But
ask
whoever
where
does the
this came
most.
from?
Yeah.
Where did the fuck
What
is
are
this
you
coming
fucking
from?
talking
What's going
about?
on?
Why is it? Why?
okay?
What's happening,
I'm
Andrew?
fine. I just live in an ugly neighborhood. I live in an ugly neighborhood.
So what are you going to do, a fucking mural, Andrew? You going to get
I
out
don't
there? You found
know.
a
That's
wall?
the challenge. That's the challenge. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do a mural.
You can't draw. You can't draw.
No,
Have you
Andrew's
seen-
actually, Andrew's a
I'm
very
fucking
talented
kidding.
artist.
Have you seen most Denver murals? That's not a criteria for doing them.
Wow, just shots fired.
Wow.
Denver's
Wowie.
busted ass mural scene can come for me.
Oh!
Wow. Wow. And you guys were saying this was already inches for morning radio, and then we get these zowie zoinks types of fucking sound clips from this guy.
I just heard war. I just heard a war cry from Andrew Orvidal.
Yeah. It's
No, we're changing this on the fly. Mural challenge. Andrew versus the city of Denver's
any
muralists.
8th grade class in Denver. Let's go.
Damn. He's keeping it coming. My boy's spitting fire on this.
Yeah, he is. So wait, what did bring this on? Legitimately, you were just driving through your neighborhood and you were like, "Wow, I live."
Yeah,
in
I
a
walk
piece
around
of
my
shit."
neighborhood a lot. It's not an amazing neighborhood. It's depressing. My kid and I were watching the post-apocalyptic.
I don't know. That speed bump right outside your house is pretty fun.
The speed bump outside my house is the best part of my neighborhood because I get to watch it for entertainment. But my kid and I, we were watching the post-apocalyptic show The Last of Us. If you haven't
heard
seen
of
it, it features a lot of dilapidated houses covered in like crawling mold. And I remarked that it looked like our neighborhood, and my kid laughed and was like, totally. And I was like, wow, that's sad.
Wow.
So there's got to be something I could do to punch a little beauty into this neighborhood. I don't know what
so
it
it's
is.
it's a mold mitigation challenge is what we're doing.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly. No, it can't be improving your own house.
Oh, okay.
And I think a lot of Denver neighborhoods can use this. I don't think my neighborhood is alone. I think there's a lot of room for improvement.
I'm coming around because it's so open-ended. Like, you can do anything, but also beauty is subjective, Andrew. So, like, what if you got some cool mural of Dungeons and Dragons, but the neighbors hate it?
That's true. Beauty is subjective. It'll have to be in the eye of the beholder who creates it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And no picking up trash. Just do something besides picking
Why
up trash.
can't I
to beautify
fucking
your
pick up
neighborhood.
trash?
That's just like
beautiful.
maintenance in the neighborhood. You're supposed to be adding beauty to your neighborhood, not just removing the litter.
Okay.
Removing litter is a great thing to do, but that's not what this challenge is. This challenge is to add beauty to your neighborhood.
I mean, Adam, how the fuck are you going to do this? Because no offense to Andrew's piece of shit neighborhood, but like your neighborhood is already very beautiful.
Well, thank you. I mean,
It's fine. You don't think Adam's neighborhood could use any more beauty? You think it's like a 100 out of a 100 on the beauty scale? Get the fuck out of here.
Well,
just
no,
because
not
Ben and
a
I are
chance.
tired doesn't mean
Not
you
a
get to fire
chance.
shots at the mural community, fire shots at my neighborhood. I don't know what bug crawled up your ace today, Andrew, but you're pissing a lot of people off.
Yeah.
My neighbors can hear us
I'm
potting and they
burning
hear you
all
talking
these
shit.
bridges.
Yeah. Wow.
You don't come over to City Park West anytime soon.
No,
I'm just
I mean,
going to drive around with that window down. Could be more beautiful! I yell.
Took people out gardening. They just asked for none of this.
I'm definitely in the middle here. I don't think my neighborhood is exceptionally
Got a
beautiful or bad.
Goldilocks
It's kind of-
neighborhood.
It's definitely kind of in between you two.
A lot of people don't know. A couple years ago, there was a big blizzard. A city bus got stuck, and they never rescued it. And Ben lives on that bus.
Yeah, it's sort of like Into the Wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's very urban. It's so urban.
It's so
There's a
urban.
7-Eleven literally 5 feet away, so he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
but in that it's a guy in a bus on a lot of drugs. It's very Into the Wild.
That's true. That's true.
And instead of befriending bears, it's ninjas.
Okay. No, we're not doing it.
Well, I just want to tell you guys before we go any further, before we beautify this neighborhood, there is a lot of real social construct in what I was trying to explain. I mean, about the samurai.
No, we're not even allowing for this nonsense. I will propose that you should, just an idea, Ben. First idea, worst idea. Maybe a sculpture of a ninja for your neighborhood that you, Ben Royd, make
Wow.
out of various
Paper mache.
boxes
Yeah.
and paper towel tubes for arms, whatever you think.
I want to be clear. I didn't start the ninja conversation.
Oh, cool.
I just piggybacked
You just took
on
it
be-
over. You just
because I know-
hijacked it and ruined it.
I
just
know
drove
about-
people out of a room with it.
But anyway,
Were you
so
fact checking it? Were people talking about how ninjas were cool and then you ruined it with like real history?
Do not expose our listener to the,
Yeah,
to the
you're right.
micro points of Ben's
but anyway,
conversation.
so it can be anything that I'm improving my neighborhood with.
It's-
It could be art. It could be
Yeah, it's
planting something in a
You're gonna take a
public
picture
area.
of it. You're gonna bring proof of it.
Okay.
Do at least one thing, but whoever does the most wins the challenge.
Okay. So that's the challenge. We're going to beautify our neighborhoods. We're going to go out. We're going to add something to our neighborhood or some things. We're going to document it, take photos of it, and come back. And the person who does more or the most or the biggest thing will be deemed the winner, and
The beauty king of the Grolics.
and
Beauty
will
beauty
rec-
king.
Neighborhood beauty king of the
Neighborhood
Bronx.
beauty king of the Grolics.
right, and will
You
receive.
get the tiara.
Yeah.
You get the fucking
The
sash.
scepter. You get it all.
No,
Yeah.
you get a katana
Neighborhood
blade.
beauty king.
The neighborhood katana blade.
Stop. You're becoming like a weird guy. You are becoming a weird guy.
You are becoming a weird guy.
All right. Well, now that we have our challenge, why don't we do this? Why don't we listen to some live stand-up comedy from our live show that happens the last Saturday of every month at the world-famous Bug Theater.
Yep.
Tickets are, of course, on sale now, and you're going to want to get those quick. This show does sell out.
Yep.
As always, the link is down there in the show notes. But why don't we listen to some stand-up comedy from our good friend Chanel Hughes? So funny. She is so funny. And when we return, our neighborhoods are going to be sparkling oases of creativity.
Buckle up.
So stay tuned.
I'm from Denver. I'm originally from Denver, Colorado. Yes. Born and raised. I moved downtown recently. I've been living downtown for a year, so that's cute. As in gross. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just realized that my apartments are ghetto. You know, it takes a while to know, but there's some concrete things, okay? The first thing that happened was somebody left a half-eaten Walmart cake on my playground, you know? And I was like, okay. And it was there for a long time. And then one day, my 6-year-old came upstairs and he was like, we was eating trash cake. And I was like, fuck! I live in the ghetto, you know? Shit. He was real proud about it too, you know? I was telling my homeboy, I'm like, damn, my kid was eating cake from the trash. He was like, what flavor was it? I was like, bacteria? I don't know.
Get out of the trenches of tedious tasks like managing order fulfillment and start growing your business with ShipStation. They'll help increase profitability by automating your workflow with their simple, easy-to-use dashboard. With it, you can pretty much do everything you need to quickly and easily. Update order information, print labels, compare rates, optimize shipments, and even set up automatic delivery notifications. And it doesn't matter where you sell. Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, ShipStation can integrate pretty much anywhere online. Another great thing about ShipStation? They can help reduce costs with industry-leading discounted rates from some of the biggest mail carriers. You might even be able to get up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. So, make this year your most profitable one yet. Sign up for your free 30-day trial at ShipStation.com and use the code Spotify. That's ShipStation.com with the code Spotify.
We are back through the magic of podcasting. Time has elapsed.
Sound. I love it.
And theoretically, we've been out beautifying our neighborhoods. But I will ask, as I always ask, did everyone complete the challenge? And I'm asking just Ben, did you complete the challenge?
Well, it's a question.
It is a question.
That man has asked.
Your
of
Honor,
man.
if I may.
You guys can't see Ben's tightening his tie
Yeah.
and shuffling in his sports
I've never
coat on the-
seen these Ben's shoulders narrow like that before. Whoop,
Yeah.
like down around his ears.
He's got 4 attorneys. He's flanked by 4 attorneys right now.
It's a question that I think is a valid question given some of my behavior this past. But I want to remind everyone that I have not missed a challenge yet.
Okay, we can mute.
You're
We can
firing on all
actually mute you
cylinders.
and just keep going.
What Grolix listeners know, loyal fans know, there is a text thread we have where we sort of just talk about life, but also typically the challenge kind of bleeds into the text thread. And Ben has been completely absent from all contact for days.
I was like, maybe Ben went up to Winnipeg and he's snowshoeing. That's the level of interaction I had with Ben this week during this challenge.
And if you paint Ben Roy into a corner, what he does is he shuts his eyes and he just pretends nothing's there. And if he ignores it, the problem will go away. He
Okay.
turns and faces the wall.
Which is actually one of his coolest
It is.
traits.
So I guess we'll wait to hear when it's your turn to
My
talk
story?
about. Yeah.
My story. Wow.
My
My
story.
story. You sure
Sorry,
I can't
y'all.
wait and pick it up in an airport bookstore? My Story by Ben Roy.
My truth.
Yeah, okay.
You know, hey,
Yeah.
I'll just start with a diss I've been workshopping all week long. Hey, Ben, did you beautify your neighborhood by moving out of it?
Why does Andrew think that's so funny?
And I'm going to use
This is
that
so
It's
easy.
fucking
four more times. I'm going to use that 4 more times this episode. I've been working on it for a week.
Well, let's get
All right.
to
Well,
it.
yeah,
y'all.
let me go first because I presented the challenge. So just to remind the listener, our challenge was to beautify our neighborhoods, not our personal property, not our house, not our yards. And it wasn't about cleaning up the neighborhood, just like removing trash or anything. It was about adding something beautiful to our neighborhoods because I thought all of our neighborhoods could use it, but especially mine. And I'll tell you what, when I presented this challenge, I was like, this is going to be like an easy and fun thing that I can do. And it was actually pretty challenging. I sat around thinking like, what can I do? All my ideas were like, I could pick up trash. I could scrub graffiti off of like the fence by the park.
Right, the actual beautification of a neighborhood. Yeah.
But again, that's like removing ugly stuff, and it does improve it. But the challenge was to add something new.
Can I guess what you did? I have a guess for what you did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you make a little free library?
I did not.
Oh, that was a really good fucking guess, though.
It was I
Adam.
thought maybe you were having a craft week and you built a little free library and
No,
popped it out in front of your house or something like
I've
that.
literally
I could see
never,
that.
ever seen those used, so my opinion of them has kind of gone
What?
down.
I
use them all the
always
time.
look at them.
I use them.
You guys
I
use
use
them? Wow.
Yeah.
No, I've never used them.
I just picked up William Burroughs' Naked Lunch out of a little free library.
Mhm.
Wow. In my experience, people kind of treat them like a Goodwill Dropbox right there in the neighborhood, and there's just all manner of garbage in there.
Oh, no.
But that's
Well,
my
anyway,
neighborhood.
that was my guess. That
Enough
was my
about
guess.
my neighborhood. No.
Hey, I got another guess. Did you beautify your neighborhood by moving out of it?
Oh, you're using the
Now, Adam,
Yep.
I see it now.
You see
And
what I'm
I didn't
saying?
see it when it was aimed at me, but when it's
Sure.
aimed at Andrew, that
Okay,
hits, Daddy.
okay.
That hits.
Yeah.
No, I did not beautify my neighborhood
Okay.
by moving out of it.
Okay.
I got flower seeds and I planted them kind of gorilla style, not the animal, but like the freedom fighter.
Got it. So you weren't just like barreling down the
Yeah,
street.
forearm walking like King Kong down the street.
Yep.
But I
aggressively
picked
approaching.
a bunch of totally running up on people, grabbing little planes,
Showing your teeth,
yeah.
flashing your teeth.
beating my
Yep.
chest,
Masturbating aggressively in front of crowds of people.
Rocking with a baby doll that the zookeepers gave you.
painting with my finger, talking in sign language.
Other gorilla things that we all know.
I think we checked them all. So I went around my neighborhood to ugly spots and I planted flowers there. I planted some flowers. I chatted with my pal Erica, who knows kind of everything about all plants, and she was like, "Sunflowers, they're tough. They don't need a lot of maintenance, and you can plant them nice and early." So I planted some hopefully beautiful dwarf sunflowers all over my neighborhood, all over. And
Wait a minute. I know your neighborhood. I've walked your dogs with you in that neighborhood. Where are you planting these? On like the edge of people's property?
I made sure I didn't want to plant plants on other people's property, but there's like plenty of city property around.
Okay.
You'll see. I took some video and pictures. It's scintillating, but
Old Johnny Flower Seeds.
Old Andy Sunflower Seeds wandering around Lakewood. But yeah, there was plenty of just kind of city property. It's so ugly. Just some fun bandit has been tearing apart all of the switch boxes in my neighborhood, probably for the copper wiring. So there's all these there's like those little metal boxes. They're maybe like thigh high. They're all torn apart in my neighborhood.
It's for the copper, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you planted sunflowers in the middle
I
of those?
planted some around there.
I want to say this. I don't think your neighborhood is that hideous, Andrew. I don't know.
I think it has its charms, but they're rough charms. They're rough.
Yeah.
You should walk around my neighborhood a little more.
I guess I haven't. Really,
I'll give you a tour.
All right.
But so
we'll come over and do that.
So sure. So I walked around and I planted.
I'm busy. I can't.
The flowers. Yeah. Thank you for not even wasting my time with the fake bit of pandering.
I'll come over and do it.
Shut
sometime.
up. Stop.
Shut up.
It was actually really fun. It kind of evoked back in my wayward teen and young adult years. I used to tag. I would do graffiti, and this evoked that
Ron,
same.
Sound the gong of Andrew Lives Past.
It's haunting. Wow, that's haunting.
Yeah, it's bone chilling. You stop and you think.
Ooh, we're going back now, back in time. Yeah, I tagged as a naughty.
A lot of it,
teen.
if I recall, a lot of your tagging was like anti-Vietnam War stuff, right?
Yes,
you.
Very progressive stuff. The Berkeley campus, you tagged Berkeley campus very aggressively.
Fuck you.
What a dog.
But
what was your tag? What was your name that you were tagged?
Yeah, what was your tag name?
Oh, I had two. I had Marauder. My first one.
Dude, I heard Marauders fucking planting sunflower seeds now.
The Tribe Called Quest album, Midnight Marauders, had just come out, and I was like, "Oh,
Great
that's
album.
a cool word."
Great album.
Fantastic album.
But before that, and also I got to say, there's got to be a statute of limitations on there. So if you are a South Denver or Inglewood business owner and any of these names sound familiar to you, you cannot take legal action. I'm sure it's too late. The tag before that was security. I would tag security. And then I was like, this is kind of whack. I'm changing it to Marauder. And I tagged Marauder. But
Dude, I hope there's some fucking detective right now that's just listening to this and he's like, it's all coming together like the usual suspects. He's been on this case for fucking
I've been
4
waiting.
decades.
No need. I got arrested several times doing it. They had their chance to catch me doing it.
I love Andrew's past. We should do an entire podcast just on Andrew's past.
Yes.
But anyway,
so what I was getting to was that planting these seeds in this kind of sneaky style, it kind of gave me that same rush where it's like, oh shit, as if like I just tagged something, because I like look around, I'm like, and I plant the seeds. I got busted. These people walked out. They were like looking right at me. I'm squatting on the ground. I've got my garden weasel. And I like look up and I was like, it was like these like 3 kind of younger guys just staring at me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just planting flowers," and they gave me a look that was like, "We could not give less of a fuck."
God, if they had beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Well, it was right by their house, and I was like, do they think I'm like fucking around trying to get that precious wiring out of the ground? Give me that copper.
They probably think you're the guy destroying all the boxes around your neighborhood.
Exactly. That's what I was. I mean, that's the thing. Other thing about my neighborhood, full of unpleasant people. You can just tell by the yard signs and the flags they choose to hoist. So there was definitely part of me that was like, it would suck to get shot in the ass planting flowers, but I guess there's worse reasons to get shot in the ass. But as I was going around, I was finding places, and I was like, oh, I should go back to that one spot I saw. I saw this ugly spot, but it was by another spot where I'd planted flowers, and I went back, and there was a cop parked there where I'd previously planted the flower.
Whoa.
And I don't know if it was a coincidence or if someone called them like, yeah, this guy was over here fucking around. But I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this fucking lame ass neighborhood. So it was actually fun. I planted them all over. Obviously, I have not had enough time to see what will grow. But even if half of them grow, because I planted quite a bit, there's going to be all of these cool sunflowers all over my neighborhood.
Well, and our listeners should know Andrew also put a live cam. So if you want to watch these flowers grow over the course of the next several months, you can tune into
that
our
cam
Patreon.
is not going to be stolen immediately. Definitely. So I planted a bunch of flowers that might add some pep and some color. I kind of think it's inspiring if you're out in like an urban environment. Anytime you see a plant kind of where there's not supposed to be a plant and it's like making its way, it'll be like a little flower or something, and it's like coming up through the crack in the sidewalk.
Yeah, plucky little plant.
Yeah.
Everybody gets hard on that. Yeah, I do.
Well, I wasn't going to go
always
down
stop
hard
and pull
road.
over.
I
and
wasn't
I'm
going to go down hard road. I was going to
check
say,
out that plant living its best life.
But
This
there's
city
something
doesn't-
inspiring
this city
about
isn't
it.
fucked anymore.
A tree grows in Brooklyn. A tree grows in Brooklyn.
Sure.
Yeah.
Both of us are familiar. Sure.
Read it
It's
5
a book.
times.
All right, so let's go to Ben. Ben, what did you do to beautify your neighborhood?
Yeah, because I heard a rumor it's that you moved out of it.
Now it's aging like a nice cheese.
Right.
I don't think it's all that funny.
It's classic joke
You're
structure.
laughing
It's
at it the
very
most.
short. It's I really think it's good writing.
It's a good uncle joke. It's like a razz, but you're like, all right.
Yep.
When one is talking about what one did or did not do when executing a challenge, one must ask themselves what has
No, I'm
one
listening.
done for themselves, and that's the big question.
The inner neighborhood, the neighborhood of the soul.
Exactly, the beautification of the neighborhood that runs
Absolutely
the avenues that run
Absolutely not.
betwixt the heart and the brain.
Now, Ben,
And
you
I-
were conspicuously absent in the text thread, leading us to believe you did nothing.
And you called out yesterday when we were supposed to pod for a doctor's appointment.
I did have a doctor's
We're going to need to
appointment.
see that doctor's note.
I did have a
You're going to need to
doctor's
scan it
appointment.
and send it to us.
And
Okay.
I apologize about that. I did beautify my neighborhood. I actually did do the challenge, but I want to talk about my problem with this challenge real quick.
It's not about ninjas.
No, it is not. We need more ninja talent.
I'll do a ninja challenge. Why don't you present one? I'm down.
No, the problem that I had with this challenge is I do think of beautification as being cleaning up trash, brush, things like that.
That is
to me,
a
that makes
means,
them-
but that's not this challenge.
But just hear me out. Just hear me. Stop.
No.
I let you talk about your dumb fucking.
No.
Yeah, Andrew, I think you're going to have to let Ben talk.
Fine.
You think?
I hate to say it,
But-
he's going to have to talk.
But the reason why I don't like this is that I think of these as public spaces. And whenever I see that somebody's added something or whatever, it's like, this is not just your fucking space. We all use this. So it should remain neutral and just clean. Like, that's all I care about, because everybody fucking uses it. And much the same as I don't want to see somebody adding shit to it that I'm like, oh, that's just something someone else is going to have to fucking take down. The part that I hate about this is I think we all probably went in the same direction, because I think it's a good way to beautify, but also not ruin it too much. So I as well planted flowers, but I did it in a specific way.
Gorilla
There
style?
is no,
Chimpanzee style.
Chimpanzee.
He ate the seeds and then he took a shit on a medium.
They grow way better. They grow way better that way.
Hucking my shit. No, so
Chimp style.
there's a park by my house. And I love this little park. Whenever I take little Jackson doggy for a walk, we walk around the park and it's already beautiful. But there is one spot. There's like a little dirt trail that goes, and there is this trash can that is always overflowing with people's shit bags for their dogs. It's the shit bag trash can, and it's always overflowing.
That's my nickname for you.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Y'all, I don't know why I came under so much fire today. And I think if I had to guess, it's because I came in with a lot of PMI and you guys were like PMA, not PMI. That's half TMI and half positive mental attitude. But anyway, I think it's because I came in looking good. I came in robust and energetic.
Anyway, shitbag trash can.
That we
But there is a shitbag trash can. This fucking thing always stinks, and it's the only unsightly thing in that park.
Till Ben walks in.
Adam, it's not. First of all, when you're covering your mouth, you're doing it so you're just basically talking more into the mic.
Till this guy walks into the park.
No. It's so stupid, and I don't really think it's all that funny, and I really don't understand why you guys are being so hard on me today, and that's all I'm going to say.
Listening. Shitbag trash can.
Shitbag trash can.
Only unsightly thing in the park.
We're all on the edge of our seats.
Just
Put it together.
So I went over. Thankfully, I live 2 blocks from City Floral, which is one of the oldest and biggest florists in the city. If people who live in Denver haven't been to City Floral, it's
they better
great.
be paying you $5,000 for this.
No, I just like it. They're always nice. They're always very helpful. My thing was, when I was looking up, you got to be careful with what plants you introduce wild into a particular area in Colorado, because there are a lot that can overtake natural greenery.
So
and
you
there
went
is
with mint. No, just kidding.
Nope. I went with daisies. Daisies, although a little bit delicate, are okay for the environment here. So I planted some daisies around the bottom of the shit basket. And now I realized after doing it, it sort of highlights the shit basket.
Yeah.
It almost makes it stand out a little more, which was not my intention.
It's kind of a celebration of the shit basket.
But hey,
Of the
maybe
shit
it'll stand
basket.
out in a way that tells someone, hey, we should probably keep this empty.
Yeah, maybe. But they are adorable and beautiful. But the problem was, I didn't look at the weather forecast and I planted them, and then it snowed immediately afterwards.
Real quick, Your Honor, if I may interject, did you get ambushed by the snow that I told you about in the fucking text thread before it snowed?
He is livid today.
Andrew
and he's
is on a tear.
He's on a
I
tear.
said it's going to snow on Tuesday, so if your project is outside, keep that in mind. And here you got caught by the snow.
Let the listener know what I said to you when you said
suck my dick.
I did.
Which is, that means that Adam, that just means that Adam has heard it and he's cool with it. I know how Adam talks. That was fine. But did I get a response from Ben?
Listen, no, because I didn't
and I even
read
said
any of your.
this text is specifically for Ben.
I already told you. You guys know I didn't look at that text thread.
What I like about this episode is it's a beautify the neighborhood, but it's also, we're showing how the sausage is made in this episode. We're really peeling back the curtain. You're seeing the inner workings of this
I
dynamic.
did not. So I've got to check on my shit can daisies, as I'm calling them.
You were in that
just to
band. I remember. Yeah, late 90s. Pop punk bands.
I played guitar in the pop punk band Shit Can Daisies. But I did this. A number of people walking their dogs walked by, wondering why I was hovering so close to the shit can.
Just crawling around.
Digging around it.
I lost my shit. I lost a specific shit.
My dog ate my wedding ring. I'm trying to find it.
I have on good intel there's a lot of copper wiring underneath this shit can. So I'm just sitting here with a garden weasel type spade thing, just digging up dirt around the shit can and putting my daisies down.
Did you go seeds or did you just transplant the flowers?
No, I just transplanted because I was
nice.
afraid they wouldn't take or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. So I transplanted.
That's great. You did the challenge and it sounds...
Why don't you follow up? You got to get some photos because I do think the listener is going to want to know if these daisies survived. Or
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get follow up because I bet they did. It didn't.
It wasn't that
none
cold.
of
It
the
wasn't a huge
snow.
snow.
It
got
wasn't
down
a
around
huge
freezing,
snow, and some
but
of it.
I bet they could survive it.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Farmer's Almanac, the podcast. That's all the time we have.
So much
today.
cussing. You wouldn't guess
But
there'd be so
remember
much
to keep your
cussing.
eyes on the moon because Mother's Day is around the corner, and that's when we plant all the veggies, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Well, Ben, I'm proud of you. You did do the challenge, and it sounds like you did it great.
I had thought about stenciling something on the various trash cans around.
Stenciling what?
I don't know, just finding like maybe hearts or something positive. Like you're
Oh, there you
fucking
go.
beautiful.
That's
you know
cute.
what I mean? You
Ben,
all
if you
rule.
put
Keep-
another Blue Lives Matter flag up in the neighborhood, I'm going to get so fucking bent out of shape.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's cool. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call when shit goes down?
Ghostbusters, obviously. And
Firefighter.
you walked right into it.
But it was interesting to get out. It was a beautiful day when I did it, and it was fun to go to City Floral. It actually, for a while, I had like a really nice little garden on my front steps of my old place. And it made me want to do that. I don't know if you remember when I lived, before we moved to LA, before the show, I lived kind of in the same neighborhood. And I used to grow all sorts of flowers. And that was like my favorite thing every night was to go tend them and add to them. And it made me want to start gardening again. Like
I
I
love
really
that.
enjoy
I
it.
love that.
I love flowers. I like
Wow, an unexpected bonus.
I enjoyed that part of it for sure, but I do feel like I should have done more. I thought about doing chalk drawings or something, but you both know I can't. I have zero artistic talent.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, chalk drawing should have been great. I didn't have any of these great ideas. See?
So anyway, that's where I went. But Adam, seeing as how you're coming in all arrogant, let's hear what you did on your shitty challenge. Could I offer up an idea of what you could do to beautify your neighborhood?
What?
I don't know. I thought maybe you could like move out of the neighborhood and like something.
No. What I did to beautify the neighborhood was I got
Why doesn't it work?
giant, beautiful pair of fake boobs, and I've been rocking them all around the neighborhood.
Oh, you got
And everyone's like, ooh,
Wow.
like you can see people are happier. The neighborhood's definitely more beautiful. I just got beautiful
'Cause of them
breasts.
tatties?
With these cans on parade.
Yeah, dude. And I show them, dude. I show a lot of skin. No, I had a similar idea to you guys. I didn't actually do that. That was a joke.
Oh, thanks.
okay.
Yeah, that wasn't real. What I was just talking about.
Oh, cool.
was a
I
joke.
thought we were already done. I was like, wow, we all did it. We all did the challenge.
I thought about planting stuff as well. There's those things called trumpet vines that grow up the sides of like telephone poles. There's these beautiful
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
I
yeah.
had that idea, and it always looks
It
cool.
always looks cool, and there's a very old telephone pole across the street. So I asked my neighbor, do you mind? It's right in front of their house. I was like, do you mind if I plant trumpet vines there? And they're like, go for it. We'd love that. And I went to aforementioned City Floral, Ben, which is just a great flower shop if you're in the Denver area.
Wow.
Got to go to City Floral for all your needs.
I went to
We
the
should've gone
Home
together, Ben.
Depot at Colfax and Teller. Just top-notch floral section, guys. Just
Well, so listen to what City Floral told me, Ben. These trumpet vines, they're not in yet. They don't come in till May, and they recommend not even planting them until May. So there I was. That was my
Shattered.
whole idea. Yeah, shattered. So that's when I got a text from our friend Jay Larson. You guys know Jay Larson, the
I know
comedian.
Jay.
He and we text sometimes. He sent me a photo of something in his neighborhood. He was out walking with his kids, and it was like bird of the week, and it was a little placard, and it was just like, hey, here's a bird. Here's what the bird eats, and it was just some neighbor had taken it upon themselves to inform the neighborhood about birds in the neighborhood. And Jay sent that to me knowing I'm a bird dude. And I just, that was the eureka moment. I was like, I'm going to be the fucking weird bird guy in the neighborhood. So like an arts and craft project.
as opposed to being what before that.
The guy with the sweet rack.
Oh, all right, yeah.
That's right. Jugsy Adam. Yeah.
Jugsy Adam
But now
has
he's-
layers. He's not just the fucking sweet rack. He's
It's also the bird nerd.
he's also the bird.
Your neighborhood is cool, dude.
Right? So anyway, took the fam to Michael's. We got a little board. We got a sleeve to put stuff in, and we hung it up in a tree, and we launched with a black capped chickadee. We put little factoids. Spent the night making a little template and finding photos and writing it up. And we're gonna swap it out every Sunday with a different bird and teach the kids in the neighborhood about birds. So we did that.
All right.
Neighborhood
That's pretty
bird
dope.
of the week.
That's
and I
pretty
want to
dope.
share a story about how this does kind of beautify the neighborhood in a way that I didn't expect. Put it out there. We'll see people walking by, reading it, whatever. It makes us happy. There's a neighbor. I don't want to get into it, but me and this neighbor don't really get along very well.
Ooh,
And
dish.
I'm not gonna dish on the neighborhood gossip, but it's just a person I sort of don't spend a lot of time with and try to keep it that way. That person came up to me and said, "Love the bird thing. That's awesome. Can I make a suggestion for a bird?" And I was like, "Sure." And that person was like, I love cedar waxwings, the bird. I don't know a lot about them. I've never seen one in real life.
Beautiful bird, though.
Maybe next week you could do cedar waxwing. And you know what? I will 100% do that for that neighbor. And that was like a nice moment between us. They were just like, "Love that thing. How about a cedar waxwing?" Boom.
Wow.
So I'm going to do that. That will be next
Already
week's bird.
getting requests. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
This is crazy. This is what beautifying the neighborhood does.
It brings people together.
Totally. And it's like the person who I would never think I would have a conversation
And
with.
when
about
I
this.
see the city worker yanking these sunflowers out by the roots later this summer, I could walk by and I could be like, "You know who planted those? That asshole over there, like halfway up the block. Yeah, he planted these."
Yeah, they're like, the roots for these are growing into the fiber optic system, and they're fucking everything up. And they're like,
it's down in all of Lakewood.
guy lives beside me in a motorhome. His name's Dave. You just blame your new friend next door.
God.
So that was my effort. But because this is a competition and we were like, who could do the most? I also walked around with a bunch of Grolic Saves the World stickers. And anywhere where there were already stickers, I didn't initiate this being a new sticker area. But when I saw like a crosswalk that had stickers, boom, I popped a Grolic Saves the World on there.
And that's the thing.
Every Lyft scooter that I saw, I popped a Grolic
Okay,
Saves
that
the World
I'm on board.
there.
And that's
So-
what I says to myself. I says, anytime I walk around a city, I says, you know what I want? I want this to look like the inside of a Wahoo's fish taco when I'm outside. And more stickers.
I didn't initiate the sticker thing, but I added to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I don't think that beautifies an area.
I think
But
we
that's of
did
our
establish that
podcast.
the beauty is subjective. I'm with Ben here. I don't find sticker collages apparent all that beautiful. It does kind of
I
remind
do.
me of a
I do.
Wahoo's.
Oh, I really, I have such terrible memories inside of Wahoo's fish tacos eating delicious.
For people
But
who
we said
don't-
it was subjective. We said it was subjective. Absolutely, it counts. It counts.
Yeah, for people outside of Colorado who don't know what Wahoo's Fish Taco is, it's a
they're
it's a
outside Colorado.
fast casual Baja Mexican burrito chain that.
And you used to live right across the street from one. We'd go there all the goddamn time.
Yeah, we would go there a lot. The inside is where every Billabong sticker exists now.
10th graders trapper keeper.
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, I gotta say, I did not expect you to bring neighborhoods together, and I bet you feel bad about pouring motor oil into that person's watershed, don't you, Adam?
Wow.
You feel bad now. Yep.
No response.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No response from Adam.
No comment.
And Adam doesn't know how to change his own oil, so he went to AutoZone and just bought a quart of motor oil and poured it in.
Ron,
Just
if
walked
we
out of there
could,
laughing.
and there hasn't been a lot of them this season for some reason, but can we sound the earnestness horn real quick?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to sound it.
All right.
I just I want to say I fucking hated this challenge.
Oh, a fucking misdirect on the earnestness horn.
Yeah, it was
I
a
love
false. It was a false. It was a
No,
test
it's-
of the earnestness.
This is earnest.
horn.
You just
Wow.
usually
You
earnest.
just
is
wanna
a
fucking
pun.
hated
earnestly
this
hate it.
challenge. I dreaded it. I didn't chime in because I didn't want to talk about it and be negative and be like, I fucking hate this challenge. To me, the best way that you can beautify your fucking neighborhood
is by moving out of it.
I don't even want to.
Now it's a classic. Now it's become a classic.
Clean up your fucking neighborhood. Just pick up some trash and fucking put it in the trash can. That's the best way you can fucking beautify your neighborhood is just put some trash in the trash can.
Yeah, no one is against that. No one is saying
I
don't
know, but
do
I
that.
just think adding shit of your own is like, why are we doing that? It belongs
boo-hoo.
to everybody.
There's new flowers in the neighborhood. I'm so angry.
Yes, it belongs to
I'm
everybody,
so
but-
mad that
No,
I now see flowers.
I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to fucking
You don't like this challenge
do it.
because you had to leave your house to do it.
Oh, I'm the one that doesn't leave my
I don't
house.
think that's it.
Adam, just shut up. I'm the one that doesn't leave my house.
Sorry,
okay?
I didn't realize. I'll step back.
It's so fucking sad that this has got so. This season has come at me, and
This challenge was great, and we all just saw that it was great, and now you're sounding the earnest horn to say it sucks. It didn't suck. It was great. It was a great challenge.
I don't like sassy Andrew.
I like Andrew when he fucking steps up and makes sense and slaps down your nonsense. Beautifying the neighborhood is a great thing, and I'm so sorry that you're just this guy. No one can fuck with the public space. Who does the right then? The city? So the city should come in and they should decide what the neighborhood
Nobody's
looks
doing anything with it. These fucking little medians and
Ben,
intersections, they're just like
sculptures.
ugly and abandoned. If no one else wants to do anything there, then you can do something there.
Stacking
I
rocks
just
on
don't
top of
fucking-
each other on a hike like a cairn. Ben Roy's not.
It's a
for
Colorado
it, guys.
tradition. You have to stack rocks. I think this challenge was great. I loved hearing the things that you all did. The daisies you planted sound great. This like bird fact sounds really cool. I hope my sunflowers grow. It'll be fun to drive around and see all these spots and be like, there they are.
If we had to pick a winner out of this, I guess I would pick mine.
Well, that's one vote.
Well, there you have it.
Well, great.
Ben, that's really that's a unique stance for sure, and I like where you're coming from. However, I think I won. I think I won this challenge. I did multiple things.
A lot of work of like.
It
I
did.
mean, by
Something
sheer
off
volume, I planted more flowers than
This is horseshit.
anything that you guys did. I planted so many flowers. I'm
Mine's
just saying.
forever.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm just saying.
didn't plant as many flowers as there are birds.
You know
I'll
what?
tell you that.
Why don't we let people who are listening decide who the winner is on it? People listening? Who do you think won this?
Yeah,
Tell
Ben and Andrew
us-
who had the same stupid, obvious idea that I had and rejected. or
We're gonna shut up, you fucking dick face. We're gonna put up a we're gonna
Guess
put
I'll
up
plant.
a poll.
Guess I'll plant.
Oh God, that's great. I can't wait to hear about the fucking fluorescent peckerhead in your neighborhood. Just
I can't tell if he's talking about the neighbor or the bird.
They're both indigenous. The fucking fluorescent flannel chested peckerhead that lives next door to everybody. Anyway, let's do this. We're gonna throw a poll up on Patreon. Let us know, Patreon subscribers, who you think won. Obviously, it's going to be the shit can daisies.
Probably not.
God, I love that.
We ought to go through the formality of actually doing
two-tone
it.
army of the shit can daisies.
I think you all know, if you know the history of the Grawlix, who the Grawlix Patreon account admin will be voting for.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
That's
fucking
right.
juice the
So
results.
one free vote for Ben.
I'll be in there
We gotta
juicing the
get
vote.
we
Please
gotta get the
counter
Patreon voting
Ben's
off of
vote.
Dominion voting
Yeah.
machines.
Oh my God. So let's recap this. Was this challenge good for the world? Would you do it again? I'll go first. Yeah, I absolutely think it was. Adding beauty to the world is always worth it. Doing creative things, finding ways to engage with your neighborhood. I think planting flowers on city spaces or planting anything is probably illegal. Would I advise you to do illegal stuff? Yeah, absolutely. You should do
Cool.
it. It's like it's a rush.
Take it from Marauder himself.
Take it from someone who's been arrested multiple times for
vandalism and graffiti.
vandalism.
This may be where we come together, Andrew. I agree. Break the law. If you're going to do it, put up art. That's what I would recommend.
Stencil some hearts on something. I think it does. I think it does make the neighborhood cooler. It makes it seem like it's actually lived in. And yeah, I think this is a great challenge. And yeah, I will keep doing it. I had a lot of fun planting the flowers, and I have a bunch more seeds left. So watch out, Lakewood. Watch out.
Adam, what about you? Do you think that this challenge makes the world a better place? And why do you think I won by a landslide?
Well, because you juice the votes and you run the voting machine.
Oh, yeah, probably. What else do you have to say about that?
I will do the challenge again this Sunday when I put up the new bird of the week, and I guarantee everybody's going to just be on the edge of their fucking seats
Cedar
waiting to see what it
waxwing.
is. Cedar waxwing, Grolix listeners already know. I'm going to plant that trumpet vine when it comes in May. I'm going to go to City Floral and get it, plant it, and I think this is a great challenge. In addition to just looking at your neighborhood, seeing what you can contribute to it. Unlike Ben, I think it's cool if you want to throw some art up there. If people hate it, they'll throw paint on it and tear it down.
If they hate it, they can do their own art.
Exactly. So yeah.
Listen, I like this challenge. I'm kidding. I do think that this challenge is great. I like public art. The reason why I'm more hesitant is I'm not good at painting. I'm not good at, my handwriting is terrible. My gift is speaking clearly and concisely.
Now this does bring up a point. Maybe we should take it back to like 19th century England, and Ben should just get on a literal soapbox out in front of his place.
Orate.
That
was literally an option. I didn't say it had to be a physical thing. Ben could have walked around singing a song.
I would encourage anybody with true visual art skills to get out and make places more beautiful by like putting up art and positive messages. I'm not good at that just because my penmanship and my visual art skills are fucking terrible. So I planted flowers.
You also have bad taste.
Yeah. What would ever give that away, Adam? But I love that Adam met a neighbor that he does not like and was able to connect on birds.
Now they can bond over cedar waxwings.
And I like that Andrew in 3 to 6 months will see the fruits of his very, very
it's going to take a while.
Offering.
75 days. It says it blooms in 75 days.
I do love those giant sunflowers, and I think it's appropriate because your favorite perfume is Sunflowers by Elizabeth Arden, and you wear it regularly. And so
I'm a little liberal with it. I won't apologize.
If you're listening to this challenge and you're like, I want to get in on this, Earth Day is just a couple days away, and there are many things you can do. I'm sure just look up what's going on in your neighborhood, beautification efforts. People plant trees. People paint murals on electrical boxes. These are city-sanctioned things. You don't have to break the law like Andrew and Ben, whereas mine was completely legal.
You're so cool.
I am cool, and I've got great tits. Check out what's going on in your neighborhood and get involved.
I love it. I love it. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we beautify this podcast by planting a few little ha-has?
Love it, Ben.
Right?
You're back.
That's what I want to do it gorilla style, though. Dragging our knuckles, throwing our shit at onlookers.
Screaming.
Scaring a field trip of third graders that got too close to the glass.
Staring into the distance because you're smart enough to understand that you are confined and captured.
Yeah. So sad.
Yeah, I was going to say one of those drive-through safaris just beating up the passenger side door of an Audi A6 with a terrified family in it. I like that.
Yeah. And somehow they got a flashlight. They got a flashlight that they're using.
Gorilla
There's so many ways to do stuff.
No, why don't we listen to some live
style.
stand-up comedy from our live show that happens live the last Saturday of every month.
At UNESCO World Heritage Site Bug Theater.
The world-famous Bug Theater. You can get your tickets
Gorilla
now.
Preserve Bug Theater.
And I highly, highly recommend you get your tickets. They've been selling out every month. So get yours now. And why don't we get a clip from the human sunflower himself, the Denver daisy as we see it. Why don't we listen to a little clip from our pal, Chris Charpentier. Oh, Sharpie. We love
It's
him.
actually pronounced Charpentier.
Charpentier.
Pygmy gorilla Chris
and
Charpentier.
when we return, we've got more show. We've got birthday shout outs. And also, we're going to tease the next episode's challenge. So just stay tuned, beautifiers.
I've gone through a lot of changes, milestones in my life recently. Very exciting. Turned 40 years old. That's exciting. Hell yeah. It's wild to be this size and that age. They don't equate. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work because I'm so cute. You know what I mean? I'm cute as hell. Cute as hell, but I'm low-key dying. That doesn't work. It just confuses people, including me. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like it's just not like bad or anything. I'm just very much aging. I'm feeling it. And the other day, I was in my bedroom, and I can see out from my bedroom across a couple of the backyards in my neighborhood. And one of my neighbors got a trampoline. Pretty cool. We used to have a trampoline when I was a kid. I got excited because these are new neighbors. They're doing cool things. They show movies outside on their thing. They got a fire pit. They're cool, you know? They're having fun. I want them to be my friends. And now they have a trampoline. I'm jealous, you know? So I was just daydreaming at this trampoline. There's a woman on it. She's having fun. She's jumping. And I'm thinking about that if I got invited over somehow, I don't think I could actually do a trampoline anymore. I don't think I could do it. I'm too competitive. Like, even with myself or whatever, like, the first thing I do is, like, let's do a backflip. I used to do backflips. I'm doing a backflip. And I'm pretty sure I would never walk again. You know? I'm pretty sure that would be the last thing I ever did, was that backflip. And while I was thinking about this, that woman that was jumping on the trampoline made eye contact with me. And then I also realized I've now reached an age where I can't watch people jump on a trampoline anymore. Just can't do it. I have to know the person on the trampoline to watch that person on a trampoline. Those are the rules now.
And we are back. Welcome to the third act.
Oh, my
you made
God.
it, baby. And to you third actors just joining us,
Yeah, we
welcome
got
home.
a doozer of a third act for you. So thank you so much.
So good.
Yeah,
And
no,
I just want to...
No.
What
You
first.
what were you going to
first.
say? No. Please.
No, please. Let me open the door
Okay,
for you.
I was just going to say, listen, we're being kind of nice to each other because you and I got into it a little bit.
Got a little bit there, a couple dogs over at the fence.
Well, you get a couple alphas. We
fine.
nip at each other's napes once in a while. But I want you to know that our relationship as podcasters and as friends and as creatives has lasted so long because of something I believe wholeheartedly. You never go into Act 3 angry. That's how it is.
Absolutely. It's the bedtime of the podcast. Let's just tuck ourselves in. You know what? We can
I
get back
missed
into
you
it
so
tomorrow.
much, baby.
I
missed you
agree.
so much.
Me too. Come over here.
Anyway, as you can tell by us being freely able to speak, Adam is not here. He is not here right now. What is he doing? I don't know. I don't even really care what he's doing.
He told us, but I forgot as soon as I read it. The manager's gone, and we're closing up shop. Free ice cream cakes for everybody. So right up top, big thanks to you. If you're trying to make your town a better place, thank you. Thank you
shout out
for
to all you folks.
Whatever you're doing. And thanks to our listeners. We just wanted to shout out just some of our listeners. We have listeners all around the world. I'll just start with Hickory, North Carolina. What a name for a North Carolina town. Hickory, North Carolina. If you're listening out there in Hickory.
Yeah, beautify Hickory.
Thank you.
What about Pataskala, Ohio? I don't think I said that right. Or even Moon Township, Pennsylvania.
Moon Township, Pennsylvania. A name right out of Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
I imagine it's already
you
beautiful.
go on a lot of campaigns through Moon Township.
You could. Goodyear, Arizona. I bet Goodyear, Arizona could use a flower or two. if it could
Augusta,
survive.
Maine, a city where I spent a fair amount of my youth. Obviously, Ogden, Utah. We got Bollesburg, PA. We've got Menands, New York. Menands, New York. I don't know how you say it. But anyway, Allsip, Illinois, too. We see you and we love you. Tell us where you're from and what you're doing to make your neighborhood beautiful. We want to thank you. for listening.
And again, we can't endorse any crimes, but if you do a cool crime to beautify your neighborhood, share with us. We're not going to snitch.
Yeah, that even
we
means
promise.
you. Where was another one? I don't know. How about a little town called Denver, Colorado? We see. We know where you're at. Anyway, thank you so much. And thanks for listening. Let us know, as I said, where you're from and what you're doing to make your neighborhood beautiful. And we want to hear about that. Andrew, gosh, I want to hear that song. I've been itching
It's that
all
time.
week. Every day I wake up, it's in my head,
Well,
but I
I'll
don't
have
do it
Ron
justice.
Cut you a track of it.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Plugs.
That song slaps and fucks all at the same
Dude,
time.
it's so good. It's so good.
I gotta
What do you got?
plug.
What do you got?
I'm going to be headlining License Number 1 in Boulder, Colorado. That is the venue beneath the Boulderado, the Hotel Boulderado. I'll be there April 27th through the 29th. So Boulder, Denver, come on out, hang out with me in the basement. It's actually used to be the place where I first drank. And so there's always good memories. First underage drank in Colorado. I started drinking in Maine. But anyway, I'll be there April 27th through the 29th. You can get your tickets now. Come see me. License Number 1 in beautiful Boulder, Colorado.
It's a cool spot. It used to be called
That
the
was where
Catacombs, I
I
think.
first underage drank at a bar was the Caddies.
I remember.
Andrew, what do you
The
got?
Caddies. I'll be headlining the Eclipse Theater in Breckenridge, Colorado tonight, the night you're listening to this, Tuesday, April 18th. If you're in or around Breckenridge, come on out. Come see me headline the Eclipse Theater. There's some great comics on the bill. It's going to be fun. I usually have a good time up
Can
there.
I play Adam? Because Adam has a plug here that he wanted us to plug, but I would.
Oh,
I would
yes,
love
of course.
to
Yes.
do like a little Adam type thing here that I can.
Yes, please.
Guys, hey, I'll be May 10th. I'm going to be headlining. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. My sweater that I got at Anthropology is so tight right now. But anyway, May 10th, I'll be at Comedy Works. And if anybody wants to send me suggestions on where to get the best duck confit before the show, I'd love to know because I'm into dumb shit like that. So that's my like really cool impression of him. So yeah, May 10th, Comedy Works.
I think you crushed it.
Come see
but
Adam Caton Holland headline.
definitely tweet at Adam any suggestions for duck confit before a show, just so he'll be thoroughly
and
confused.
also we always plug throughout the show our live show April 29th at the world famous Bug Theater. What a doozy of a show. Tickets are almost gone, so get yours now. Daniel Van Kirk and Chloe Radcliffe.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, the shows have been selling out every month, which is great. This is like pre-pandemic vibe. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's great. So
It's like a bush that you thought was like withering, but it's come back, baby. Look at this
Don't
bush.
tell people to look at this bush. Anyway, enough of that, Andrew.
I thought it fit with the theme of this like
okay, I got
planting,
you.
but I forgot who I was talking to.
Anyway, the links for all of these shows to get tickets are in the show notes. And please avert your eyes from Andrew's bush just to be safe.
My show bush.
I always want to encourage folks. The best way you can help our podcast, we have a couple ways of doing that. Number one, leave a review for us. If you get a chance, rate, review the podcast. We love that. Also, if you don't already, you can follow us on all of the socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
It's for mechanics only. It's a lot of pretty controversial opinions from the pit.
Don't get on
the
TikTok.
lube pit.
But TikTok, Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow us at Grawlix Comedy. The best way, though, you can always help us out. Tell a friend. Just share the podcast. Give the love. It's the season of podcasting.
Be a missionary for us, like those Mormons. Just go door to door in your neighborhood, dress nicely, but talking about our podcast. See where that gets you.
Yes.
Another way you can support our pod, if you want something back, if you're like, I do want to support you, but I'd like something too. We do have a Patreon, and our Patreon rules. Not only does it have bonus content, it's got outtakes, it's got ad-free episodes. It also has our pod within a pod, Boy Crazy, where we rank the hunks of pop culture and beyond. We have a recent Boy Crazy with none other than Kyle Kinane. We definitively crowned the king hunk of the movie Point Break. So if you want to speak authoritatively about hunks in your office break room, you need to be listening to Boy Crazy.
When you bite into an episode of Boy Crazy, you go, boy, this is chunky with hunky. And that's how it's full of chunks of hunks. And so you've got to definitely check that out. Also, you're going to get a welcome video from me if you come in at the Ben level. And
there's 3 levels: Adam, Andrew, and Ben. Just like Goldilocks' porridge, you can find the right level for you. But yeah, if you go in at that Ben level,
it's
if you
too
go
hot.
all
the
in,
porridge is too hot to handle. And I'll tell you what, you may get a normal one, but I don't know. You may also get
but every now and then you get a not normal one, and
you get something that's truly off-putting.
Ben sent us the most recent one, and it was very funny. It was had to mute myself in the meeting at work because it was making me laugh. Another one of the big perks at the Ben level are birthday shout-outs. That's right. It's that time again.
Is it already? Yes.
April birthday shout-outs, and normally we've got a handful, but oddly enough, we've only got one.
Yeah,
nobody's doing it in July.
Not, and I said it before. It's too hot. 4th of July gets everybody bothered. They're jittery from the fireworks, and I'll tell you what. They
just got their thunder shirt.
It's the smell of talc coming from your sweaty creases. No one finds that to be an aphrodisiac. And so
you're road tripping with your family. You're all sharing a hotel room. It's hard.
It is.
You can't do it.
Who's
not a lot of
talcing the
babies
creases but dad? You got dad talcing the creases. Doesn't make you want to fuck. Okay, so there was only one person who broke that rule.
He takes off his clothes, just looks like pizza dough, ready to be spun. We've only got one, and guess what? It's none other than Park Hills Nerf. That's right, from KTCL 93.3, Park Hills Nerf, not to be confused with Thornton Nerf or Centennial Nerf. It's Park Hills Nerf. Mutual longtime fans. We get to sometimes host 93.3 on 303 Day, and Nerf huge in the Denver
he's launched the
music
careers of musical luminaries, like the Fray. I think a band. I'm sorry, Nerf. Anyway, I love Nerf. Nerf's the best.
So for Nerf's birthday shout out, let's we won't actually do this unless we feel so inclined. Let's pick what flower we're planting in Nerf's honor somewhere in Denver.
I love it.
I'll go first. I think I've got an idea. I'm just going off the top of my head. I think I would plant rhododendrons, which I don't even know what they look like, but it's the first flower. Producer Ron's correcting me like I give a fuck.
Yep.
Rhododendrons?
Yes, there you go.
It doesn't sound right. Rhododendrons. And I'm planting them at the Purina Dog Factory off of I-70.
His classic hang and smoke spot. That's where Nerf goes to hang and smoke cigarettes.
Well, now there's going to be a little bunch of rhododendrons planted right there.
Dude, you fucking nailed it. Yeah.
There's a reason why I don't know what they look like. I've been terrified of the name. So, that's what I would do for Nerf. How about you, Ben?
I already know this. Nerf is going to commit an act of vegetation terrorism when he plants an entire grove of poison sumac at City Park just in time for jazz in the park on Sundays. So the kids will be out there frogging. No one knows what poison sumac looks like. It's poison ivy. Is it poison oak? But poison sumac is the one that really gets
treacherous. And Nerf hates jazz. That Nerf
despises it.
He lives there in Park Hill. So when Jazz Fest comes, it's the darkest days of Nerf's life.
Yeah. Nerf doesn't leave his house on Sundays. He can't. And he doesn't eat.
Well,
so
be careful there at Jazz Fest this year with the poison sumac out there. Wow.
Happy birthday, our sweet April baby, Nerf. What a lonely day on the maternity ward for Nerf. Yes.
And the parents are like, "We'll name him Nerf."
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you also to everybody who supports us. You too can get your own birthday shout out and welcome video and ad-free content and boy crazy episodes. Just go check us out, patreon.com/Grawlix Saves. As always, this show doesn't operate without the help of some very, very loving and stalwart people behind the scenes. Thanks to our producer, the shit can Daisy himself, Ron Doyle, just really holding up around the base of that barrel.
Really drawing attention to the shit can in a way that you didn't intend.
Yeah. Thanks to Mike Henderson as always, for your help recording us at the live show. Our theme music is brought to you by the budding Charlie Continental. And
that mustache is coming in adorably.
Really coming into his own. His puberty is adorable. His voice is squeaking, and I think it helps the music. I'm gonna say it. I think it helps the music, and that BO. He's gonna wanna wash his socks and use some deodorant. So, thanks to Charlie Continental and Andrew. What the fuck are we doing for the next episode? What are we doing?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, Adam's not even here to course correct. We can kind of do whatever we want. What if we get radical? We haven't gotten radical in a long time, for me at least. And
you want to get radical?
We get honest. Let's get a little radical. And a little honest.
Okay, I think I see you're cooking here, but I just want to say, I fucking hate that sweater.
You're already doing it.
What am I? Well, in the meantime, I think I got to be honest and say, play us out, Charlie!